Yo, welcome everybody back to Tennis Ace. I know I haven't touched this game in a little bit, but I want to come back to it. I want to finish Haruki's route before I start anybody else's, because after that I need to finish Shoichi's, and then I want to do Jun's, or is it Jun or Jun? I don't know. But yeah, I'm gonna start off exactly where we were the last time, which was a long time ago. So go check that one out. Go watch the rest of these leading up to this. I promise you won't regret it. And yeah. So let's start. Let's hope that by the before this, you know what? I'm gonna just leave a context list. Y'all gonna have to watch the other videos. I was gonna do a whole thing and like do a summary, but nah, y'all gotta watch it. Let's hope that by the time I get home, I manage to calm down at least a little. Tuesday, June 27th. What do I do? For the past few days, I've been hanging around Haruki a lot, trying my best to act normal, but for the past few days, I've been hanging around Haruki a lot, trying my best to act normal, but it feels like the harder I try to be normal, the less normal I am. It's a miracle he hasn't picked up on the fact I'm crushing on him by now. How do people handle this? How are you supposed to act around somebody that you have a crush on? I've never had a crush before, especially not on a guy, so I don't know how to behave. The consistent tightness in my chest when I talk to him, or think about him, or hear his name. I hate it. I've been walking around like a goddamn loon all week because I can't focus on anything. I'm massively dropping the ball. I'm massively dropping the ball in every aspect of life, and I have no clue what to do about. Hello, Arthur Yuichi-kun? Huh? Yeah, I'm sorry, I zoned out of it. No kidding, you barely said a word the past 5 minutes. You also haven't touched your food, other than stirring it around without eating. What's going on? You've been acting like a zombie for days now. Days, try weeks. I can barely hold a conversation with him anymore. He's got that dead-eyed, blank look all the time now. It can't be that bad. Oh yeah? What about the conversation we had this morning? What conversation? Exactly. That's not what I meant, you ass. We texted in the morning and then I ran into you on my way to class after the tennis club meeting. I'm asking which of those you mean. At least he remembers that much. I wanted to crawl on top of my desk and sleep the whole day away after that meeting. See? Yeah, whatever. What did we talk about when we met up this morning? That's easy. Wait, I can get this. 1 second. You've got to be kidding me. There's no way I clearly remember meeting up with Shoichi on my way to class and walking with him. How can I possibly have no memory of what we talked about? I can't have been running on automatic the whole time, can I? I can't remember. Wait, really? Yuichi-kun. No, seriously, like, why can't I remember? I remember walking with him but it's not like I was doing anything to distract me. It wasn't like I was doing anything to distract me then. I was just walking. I ran into Shoichi, so I thought it'd be nice if I ran into Haruki too. And I looked around to see if I could spot him and thought of... Are you kidding me? No, nuh-uh, no way. I refuse to be this kind of person. I cannot be the type of guy whose head is so up in the clouds that he can't even function over thinking about someone else. There is no world, no universe, no reality where that person is me. Absolutely not. Dude, are you zoning out again? Uh-huh. I was asking if you had something on your mind lately or if something's been worrying you, but you keep staring off without answering. I did. Are you okay, actually? This is dire. What? Right? Even during the morning meeting, you were zoned out, bitch. Like, we had to, like, ask you the same question, like, 3 fucking times before you answered, dumbass. It was early in the morning and I was tired and all, whore. In his defense, I also tend to zone out in those. See? Is that all there is to it? Granted, you tend to space out in the best of days, but not usually like this. With that wistful look on your face. All signed and stuff like you were a little bit ago. I had a wistful look? You look like the cover of those sappy romance novels that Saya-chan and my sister will love. I resent that comparison, but it's true, dude. Again, where the hell are you people taking these examples from? At least it's a regular romance novel, not a BL manga. Hey! Pretty sure my sister liked those too. Why would you bring this to BL? Gah! Stop being unknowingly on the money. But well, it's not a big deal if you don't want to talk about it. But you can't walk around like this and expect us not to worry. I don't mean to speak for the others, but I can't exactly know what's going on in your head. So when you get quiet and distant like that, I worry a bit. Sorry. I promise there's nothing really going on. I've just been distracted while thinking of stuff. I've got a lot of thoughts in my head and all. Or at least nothing's going on that I would like to talk about. Isn't that kind of the point? Huh? Yeah, I said I'm worried since you've been quiet and withdrawn. With that face like you've got the world weighing on you and your way of rebuting it is just you've just been quiet, distracting a lot and with a lot on your mind. What was it? I guess when you put it like that, what was it? I guess when you put it like that, it does sound like a pretty bad response. No kidding, you think so? Maybe he's up on him a bit. This is starting to sound like an interrogation or an intervention. Sorry. That's not what I'm doing. You're fine, Yuichi. The point is that I'm not mad at you. I'm worried, and that's very different. It's okay, really. It's not like I'm having a problem or anything. Just been mulling over a thing for a while. Oh yeah? What thing? I walked right into that one, didn't I? Again, it's really nothing. If it's nothing, then it shouldn't be a problem to talk about it, right? Ugh, no way. There's absolutely no way I can talk to any of you about this. I don't trust Saya for a second to act normal about this. And Shoichi's already proven that he has a stick up his butt about Haruki. The last thing I need is the two of them all up in my business. Jun? Well, he's an unknown. He might be okay about it. Maybe. Possibly. But I don't know him enough to chance it. Kikun is probably the most level-headed person in here. So maybe I could talk to him about it. But I don't think we're quite close enough for it. Plus, there's a chance he'd think the whole thing is stupid. I'm not, and I'm silly for even worrying about it. But being accepting, and then there's being too accepting. And I think he might be the latter. Granted, I don't really want to talk about this to anyone anyway. Not when I have no clue what I'm even talking or feeling. Pass. It might not be a big deal, but it's still a private matter. Private matter? Okay. Why are you making that face? You're not exactly the most forthcoming person in the world, but I think we've never ever heard you say that before. Yeah. You usually be all like, I want to be left alone right now. Or, just drop it, man. Or even, do you have anything better to do? Do you have anything better to do than bother me? Stuff like that. Usually saying something nice, then something as private is unlike you. What? Damn, that was a pretty good impression, Sho-chan. Right? I'm pretty proud of it, actually. I do not sound like that. I do not sound like that. It's close enough. Not even close. Do you know me at all? Come on, you. I'm just ribbing you. That's no excuse. But if you're gonna mock me, at least try to get it right. Yeesh. Sorry. My bad. Are you sure everything's okay? You seem a little on edge. I'm fine. Sorry. I don't want to be a killjoy or anything. I'm just not in the mood. I usually find it fun to play along and tease each other, but not about this. I guess I'm a bit sensitive about it. This is all new to me and I'm embarrassed about it. Sorry, I didn't mean to offend you or anything. You didn't. Look, it's not a big deal. It goes without saying, but whether it's a big deal or not, if Yuichi-san doesn't want to talk about it, then we don't, right? Agreed. Attempting to force someone to talk against their will hardly inspires trust. If anything, it makes it harder for them to want to open up to you in the future. Agreed. Of course. Sorry, Yuichi-chan. Right. I didn't mean anything by it. It's okay. Seriously. Can we just drop it? Thank you for the save, Jun. But you're all still making a big deal out of it. Please stop. I know. How have things been going on with your volleyball team, Shoichi? I haven't been by in a while. Really? Why not? Dude. Or seriously? Because I'm quitting. I've said as much before. Yuichi-kun. Is that right? Sorry, I forgot. There isn't much to say, really. I have to focus on my studies if I want to improve my chances of getting into college. Plus, they'll need time to readjust around the seniors leaving. Though, I think I'm the only regular quitting this year. That sucks. I'm sorry. It's fine. I've made my peace with it. I haven't turned my official registration letter in, but because I've been really busy. But I will soon turn in my official resignation letter. Because I've been really busy. At least I heard. They've been doing well. Yeah? Rizzo keeps me on date on things. Last I heard, the juniors are doing some double duty and fired up since the tournament. Koizumi in particular. You mean Haruki? Yeah, I took your advice and tried to be more understanding of him. Told Coach to go easier on him too. He did work really hard during the finals, surprisingly enough. Makes me wish he'd done that when I was on the round, but you know. That's fair. I'm sorry things didn't work out for the best. It happens. Not everything can be perfect. Plus, I kinda deserve that talking to you gave me anyway. I was being an ass not realizing. Koizumi still gets on my nerves, but he's alright. Maybe we could have been friends if I had done something differently, but can't know it, you know? Either way, Ritsu is completely competent and level-headed, and if Koizumi is working well with everyone, that should improve their offense. They'll be fine without me. Fair enough. Not gonna give me a speech about how I regret the quitting. I should think about making it a career again. Now that's unlike you. Yeah. Maybe I am a little out of it. Yeah, sorry. I took all my willpower not to jump at the topic of Haruki. I need help. This is pathetic. To think I'd even forget about Shoichi's plans to quit the team. I'm a terrible friend. I need to get it together ASAP. Talking seriously for a second here. Though, you know if there's anything bothering you, you can talk to us about it, right? Yeah, I know. I appreciate it. I just need to think on it a bit before I decide if it's... something I need to even talk to anyone about right in the first place. Of course, I'm not saying you have. I'm not saying you have us here, you dummy. Wait. Of course, I'm just saying you have us here, you dummy. If it's something serious, we won't make fun of you for it or anything. Yes, I know I might not be around as much, and maybe you might want to open up to a junior, but we're still friends, are we not? Yeah, of course. I'm less worried about being making fun of it, and more about you guys trying too hard to be normal about it. Partly because I think you'd fail anyway, especially you, Saya. By the way, not to revive all topics or anything, but what's this meeting you guys mentioned a bit ago? Huh? Oh, it was just a tennis club meeting about upcoming trip for the regional tournament. We had to talk about personal permissions for the younger students. Accommodations, supplies, fees, schedules, that kind of thing. Those meetings tend to run a bit long, so I can't blame Yuichi-kun for zoning out a little bit, but he was pretty much on standby mode the entire time. It was concerning. A bit long? I'm used to the bureaucratic process, and I still felt as if my soul was about to exit my body. How long did it take, actually? An hour? An hour? Man, being part of a sports club must be harder than I thought. Not really. Coach just tends to go on and on about this stuff. Even with all they've talked about me not paying attention, I barely missed on any important details or information. Travel requirements are the same every year. The permission slips are standard and had been handed out to the underage students weeks ago. The supplies we take with us are always the same, and rooms tend to be assigned by age and seniority anyway. I could leave a cardboard cutout of myself there and come back of it knowing all the relevant information anyway. You're not wrong. The meetings are mostly for the benefit of the younger students, or those who haven't qualified to these kinds of competitions before and are going on one for the first time. They're more for covering the school's asses, honestly. It's one of those we gotta talk about it before we gotta talk about it kind of things. It's just a checkbox if they need a tick. Again, not wrong, but Hi, Leon. I didn't give you a bath after this. You smell so bad. Again, not wrong. But I'm the captain of the club. What do you want me to do? I still need people to show up and be present. Mentally, that is. I'm sorry, Mizuguchi-san. Usually I try to defend you, but not here. Not with this. This kind of thing is why I turned down having any kind of involvement in that sort of thing. But you forced my hand. Speaking for myself, I don't really get why you guys' meetings all take so long. Granted, if we only traveled for competitions once or twice before, but when we did, the meetings about it took 15 minutes tops. If anything needed to be squared away or with the specific players, coaches had them stick around after practice and talk about it. See? Again, I know, but there's nothing I could do about it. The system is what it is. The system could really stand to be changed. But what do I care? This is my last year here anyway. There's only one more meeting like this for nationals, and odds are Saya-chan, Kikon, and I will be the only ones qualifying to go anyways. Coach will probably want to drone on about it, but if I put my foot down about us having heard it all a million times, I can probably cut it short by at least 20 minutes. At this point, I'll take anything I can get. Hey, I know. Do you boys have any plans for this afternoon? After practice, you mean? Yeah. Sorry, Toka's been up my ass lately about hanging out with her, so I promised I'd go shopping with her after class. We'll probably end up having dinner at the mall. Hey, maybe we can join. I'm sure Toka would appreciate having another girl there. I'd love you, but God no. Whenever you and Hitoka get together, you go on and on about boys and clothes and stuff, and it makes me want to shoot myself. Come on, it's not that bad. We talk about movies and stuff too. Romantic ones. So, besides, what's so wrong about me talking to her about things we both like? You expect me to talk to her about sports and sci-fi? No. What do you say, guys? Do you two want to come too? Why are you inviting other people to my hangout with my sister? Oh, hush, it'll be fun. Sorry, as lovely as it would be to get to know Shoichi-san's sister, I have to be a bit more serious about my studies. My parents aren't too happy with my grades on the last midterms. Aw, damn. I guess I can't argue with that. What about you, Yuichi-kun? I have plans already. Sorry. Really? Aw, fuck. That's a fucking shame. You've had other plans pretty often recently, come to think of it. What have you been up to? Oh, yeah, you know, just hanging out with friends. Really? That's cool. You've isolated yourself a lot in these last few years. I'm glad you're hanging out with other people more than just us again. Who is it? Urishihara? Urishihara? No, not me. If that were the case, I would still just be hanging out with people in our group, wouldn't I? Good point. What about you, Kikun? I don't know. It's not as if Arata actually invited us to join. I'd feel bad crashing this time with his family like that. Dude, please. Sai will still be coming either way. So at least this way I won't be outnumbered 2-1. I see. Oh, boo-hoo! Poor Shuichi has to spend an evening with his sister and his friend. What a terrible, terrible fate. Besides, you'll be hanging out alone with Hitoka-chan for a few hours anyways, until Ki-chan and I are done with practice. True. I guess I have time to prepare for it. Stop talking about it like it's some horrible punishment I'm inflicting on you, you ass. Stop making it into one. Well, it's not as if I'm terribly busy. It wouldn't be the worst thing. Besides, I could hardly abandon Arata now. My man. Boys suck. I sigh in relief as the teasing targeting bullseye moves away from my back onto Saya's. I was expecting them to give me more time to grieve about having alternate plans, but thankfully they were distracted by my point. Or maybe what Jun said about leaving me my privacy had more of an effect than I thought. Either way, I'm just glad I wasn't forced to tell them who I'd been hanging out with today. Once the regular hours of the club are over, I make sure to slip out into the locker room first thing. Usually I lose track of time or stick around longer, but lately I've been making sure to be consistent with what I have, with when I have. There's this added downside that the locker room is just much busier if you're leaving and with everyone's leaving, but there isn't much I can do about that. Besides, it's not like I'm slacking off on practice or anything. I still work out for the time that I'm here. I'm just not dying to spend all night here to the point that I have to get called out so they can close up. I think that's a reasonable attitude to have, right? God. That said, showering at school is still stressful. We do have stalls, so at least I don't have to worry about that. But it's still nerve-wracking. I hate getting naked in public, and especially I've grown a lot more aware of how many naked guys I'm surrounded by. A part of me can't help but think, did you only just notice that's why you've been trying to not look, dumbass? And it hurts a little. And now that I've been a little more aware, I've been chancing a glance every now and then. I really shouldn't, because I'd be at a huge risk of exposing myself. Because of that, I'm even more stone-faced than usual, getting changed while staring at a wall the whole time. Also, we don't have mirrors in the school locker rooms either, So that's another reason not to like showering here. I can try my best to groom myself, but without being able to actually look, I have no clue if my fur is presentable. But, well, a certain someone would complain at me if I try leaving without showering, so I have to play to my audience. There we go. That should be good enough. I hope. Well, time to see if Haru is done with practice yet. I did slip a little bit. I did slip out a little bit earlier than I should have to avoid the worst of the locker room congestion. So I might have to wait a bit. I crossed towards the bowling team's side of the room, looking for the wolf. Thankfully, with how long it takes me to groom myself and how little the other guys seem to care about their own fur, movements already started to die down, at least on the tennis side of things. Don't have to walk around with my hands covering my eyes. Yo, Haruki, oh, God. Huh? Oh, it's you. Huh? Oh, it's you. What? What's with that dumb look on your face? You high or something? No. I spin around on the spot, facing the nearest locker so I can avoid this. God, I know my sense of timing is bad, but I can't be this bad. This is the second time this week. At least last time he was just wearing his underwears. Now I got a full view of his dick. Fuck, no, don't think about it. Something wrong. Behind my back, I can hear and feel the wolf walking towards me instead of getting dressed. And that alone sends shivers down my back. No, it's fine. I just didn't think you'd be naked. I ain't naked. I got a shirt on. Yeah, but your dick is out and all. So who cares? You don't got a dick of your own between your legs? Then again, you're a hell of a pussy, so you might not. But that's not... Just because I want to give you your privacy doesn't mean... Privacy? Who the fuck cares about privacy here? This is a locker room. What do I care if someone sees my dick? Why are you acting like a blushing maiden about it? I'm not a... whatever you just called me. Alright, prove it, pussy. How is me looking at you meant to prove anything? Ugh, fine, I'll turn around. With any luck, he's at least got his underwear on. I hope. Or do I really? God, what is up with me? I slowly turn around. Oh my God. Why are you wearing even less? Oh my God, I knew it. I knew you would react like this. That's fucking hilarious, bro. I see Haruki, now fully exposed, and my heart nearly leaps out of my chest through my mouth. The moment he sees my reaction, having apparently been expecting it, he doubles over in laughter as if he's just seen the funniest shit ever. At no moment making any effort to dress himself. This isn't funny. Speak for yourself, I'm having a time of my life. Haruki, cut that out. Haruki. Haruki, cut that out. The locker room isn't for harassing people. So get dressed already. No one who's actually wants to see your bare white ass walking around. To further compound my embarrassment, I realized how not stealthy we've been. As a member of the volleyball club that I hadn't noticed before, a tall, well-built leopard that I recognized as one of the seniors on the team, along with Shuichi, chimes in, throwing the wolf off. Yeah, whatever, Rio. I've had my fun. You are evil. Not my fault you're easy to tease. If you don't want to be made fun of, then stop being so much fun to mess with. I'm just existing, man. What the fuck did I do? Haruki backs away, and only then do I realize that in my effort to put some space between us, I basically squeezed myself against a nearby locker. Not that it helped anyway, since there's not much room to maneuver here in the first place. Haruki turns around, I see the switching of his toe as he bends over to pick up the shirt he'd thrown on the floor. God have mercy on me. What did I do to deserve this kind of torture? The wolf turns around, looking at me in the eye, and smirking as he puts his shirt on, clearly enjoying tormenting me for more than he should have. God, if he actually knew why this is getting me so much... God, if he actually knew why this is getting to me so much, I really doubt he'd be doing it still. In fact, if he caught wind of it, my ass would probably be strewn on the floor after beating already. My only saving grace is the fact I've managed to hold my bag in front of me and it's covering. Things. It probably looks awkward as hell, but at least it's plausible deniability. There, better. We both know you can't go out in public like that. No, duh, you think I'm stupid or something? Just asking if that's good enough for you to stop your pearl clutching. I'm not pearl clutching. There's nothing wrong with being uncomfortable with nudity. You're being a dick. No, I have a dick. There's a difference. You know that's not what I meant. Whatever you say, princess. Give me a second. I need to grab the rest of my clothes from the bag. You're lucky you're handsome. Otherwise, you'd just be an intolerable ass. There, you can stop looking at me through your fingers now. I was doing nothing like that. Like looking away for a second before glancing back is any better. I was checking to see if you're dressed. Alright. Not like I care anyway. Now come on, you've made us waste a bunch of time already. You're the one who... Hear that? It's the sound of me not giving a fuck. Now either keep up or get left behind. Your choice. I'm left gawping, my mouth opening and closing uselessly as the wall walks out of the room, making sure to give me the finger as he does so for some reason. I used to think that I was getting the hang of how to handle him, but for the past 2 weeks or so, it's gotten all away from me so spectacularly that I'm left fumbling more than I ever have in my life. What the hell happened? Excuse me. The leopard from earlier approaches me, and it's only now that I realize that Haruki is out of my field of vision that I realize he's been shirtless before. In fact, I only noticed because I can no longer see the spots on his chest. That realization does not help my embarrassment one bit. Koizumi can be a handful. If he figures out any openings he can exploit, he'll do it just to get a rise out of you. I thought I knew that, but lately he seems to be leaving me speechless a lot more often than he used to. If it's any consolation, ever since he started hanging out with you, he's been a lot better behaved in and out of the court. It helps that coach started going easier on him, but the two of you don't butt heads, and the two don't nearly butt heads as much as they used to. And he's not getting into screaming matches with Ritsu or any of the other seniors anymore. I'm glad to hear. Kika said a while back that I was apparently being a good influence or whatever, but it's nice to see that it's been extending as far as the volleyball club too. Now, if only Shuichi were around to see it, maybe he wouldn't be so hard on you, Haruki then. Whatever you're doing, keep it up. But will do. Though you better run if you want to catch up with Koizumi. I think he might actually leave you otherwise. You know what? I wouldn't doubt that. But bye-bye. See ya. I rush out of the building looking for Haruki to make sure he doesn't entirely abandon me. Thankfully, the general anxiety along with the talk with the leopard gave me enough time for my problem to go down. Now to fight him, he's probably out of the school grounds by now. Instead, I spot him almost immediately after a few steps from the building door, sitting on a nearby bench, and scrolling on his phone. There you are. Huh? Took you long enough. Yeah, I'm surprised you waited. Yeah. Figured it wouldn't be cool to just ditch you. Why are you out of breath, though? Did I get to you that much in there? No. I just rushed out to catch up with you. I didn't think you'd actually wait around. That's it? That's so boring. Haruki hops onto his feet, shoving his phone back into his pocket and walking off without a moment's hesitation. man, what's been up with you lately? It feels like you've been on my case a lot more than usual. Have I? It's probably because your weaknesses are so easily to exploit. Oh God, don't phrase it like that. Aw, so sensitive. Whatever. I really don't get you. You've been a lot more of a dick than usual. But you've also been nicer to me than usual. Stuff like waiting around for me just now when before, I feel like he would have just ditched me. Or given me an ice pop a few days ago saying he didn't have change so he had to buy two. Oh, yeah, and when we went out for dinner yesterday, after hanging out at Raccoon City on Saturday, he paid for my food saying he had an extra discount ticket that would expire soon. But at the same time, he's been teasing me more often, calling me even more colorful names than usual, and has been even started flicking my forehead whenever I annoy him. Granted, it's not like it hurts. It's more startling than anything, but what's his deal? Maybe I should ask Kiga-kun if this is his usual when Haruki warms up to you. Other than joining us early on Saturday, I haven't seen much of the Sabretooth lately, so there haven't been many chances to compare notes. And it feels weird to message him about this. I've been more or less learning to go with the flow since I can never quite predict what Haruki will do or when he'll act or how he'll react to anything at any given time. But man, Haruki really keeps me on my toes. It's exciting in a way, but also equally exhausting. By the way, I haven't seen much of Kiga-kun lately. Did you invite him to join us today? Huh? Kiga? Why do you care about him? I'm just curious. He's your friend, right? I guess. It's not like we do everything together. Besides, I'd rather do things one-on-one anyway. Keeping track of too many people at once is annoying. Is it? It's not really that bad, I don't think. Speak for yourself. People are annoying. Either way, if you want to hang out with him so bad, go get him and you two can hang out together. I'm good. Come on, man. I just assumed you'd like having your friend around. Don't assume shit about me, dumbass. Gotcha. Sorry. Now, who's sensitive? Sheesh. Still, despite his generally prickly attitude, Haruki doesn't seem to be in a bad mood. If anything, given the fact he's walking ahead of me instead of ahead, and the way he keeps the conversation going even when I go quiet, he actually seems to be in an exceedingly good mood. Which is bizarre to think about, but I guess I've gotten better at interpreting his moods. So what are you thinking of for today? You mentioned the arcade. We played for a bit and then have dinner at Caesarea? Yeah, just about. That's nice. I haven't been to the arcade in a bit. Last time was a couple weeks ago when Kiga invited me with you guys. You bailed pretty quick though. Again with Kiga? But what? I just forget it. Either way, I wasn't feeling it that day. I saw on Mega's website they had launched new versions of Main Man with Bio, and Saitama's arcade seemed to have both. Mei, is that the one that looks like a giant washing machine drum? Yup. Try that voice. Yup, they're not my favorites. But they're still pretty fun. Then again, a rhythm game has to be pretty bad for me to dislike it. That's true. I remember being a little surprised when he first mentioned liking it. But given how into music I found he is, it makes a lot of sense. He did mention a few games last time when we talked about it. If I remember correctly, his favorite was... shit. I could probably figure it out first try. Shit. Wasn't it Taiko-san? Right, your favorite was Taiko-san, wasn't it? No, not even close. It was Mad Beat. Yeah, Mad Beat, right? I'm surprised you remember. See, it took me like, I don't remember. Yeah. Hey, I have pretty good memory for the important stuff. Don't know if you call this important, but you do you. Not planning on playing it for today? Maybe. I've played the shit out of the latest releases, so it feels kind of stale by now. When does a new release come out? Usually once a year. Version 23 was launched back in November of last year, though, so it probably will be a little while before a new one comes out. But version 23, it's an old ass franchise for arcades. How many versions did you expect it to have? They don't do a new one at least once every 2 years. No one would play the machines anymore, and they might as well let it die. Oh, do keep in mind that when I talk about Mad Beat, I'm talking about the current spin-off series. If you count the releases on the original franchise that got discontinued in early 2000s, there's well over 40 of them by now. 40? Holy shit! Rhythm games are popular. The fact you don't know at least this much, proves how little you play them. I guess. I mean, I play them occasionally when I'm at the arcade, but it's not the kind of thing I go out of my way to play. Racers, fighters, or even light gun shooters always interest me more. Well, sorry, I'm so clueless about it. Who cares? It's not like I expect you to know anyway. You're a damn normie. It's not like I'm much more of a normie than you. We just have different interests. Fair enough. It's not like rhythm games aren't that niche. I'll give you that one. And man, he's becoming surprisingly agreeable all of a sudden. Then again, talking about your hobbies with someone that shows an interest would probably put anyone in a good mood. He seemed pretty happy when he talked about music the first time too, in his own way. Still, you're pretty knowledgeable about this sort of thing. I'm impressed. That's so. There's not much to it. You spend most of your free time hanging out around the arcade because it's better than being home, and you're bound to learn a thing or two. Arcades make for a good excuse to stay out even after school and clubs are done for the day. Granted, it doesn't mean I have money to play all that often. Lots of time I just hung out around and watched. That's fair. It seems rough though. Sorry. It's in the past. Haven't had to do that in a while. Or more like I couldn't, I guess. That's really heavy all of a sudden. I know about Haruki's history with his dad and everything, but it still catches me by surprise when he mentions it. I don't know what to say about it, especially when I picked up early on that he hates being pitied, or even thinking he's being pitied. If I show too much empathy, he'll get mad at me like usual. I know better than to fall for that tap at this point. Yeah, that really sucks. Good thing it's over, huh? Right. I can't tell if this is any better, but I'm choosing to believe it is. Haruki is usually the type that prefers to throw himself into any distractions rather than dwelling on tough subjects. I've come to notice. Or at the very least, he doesn't appreciate prying into his personal business. In fact, the few times he's volunteered information, I have to resist pushing my luck and asking follow-up questions, as those usually piss him off as well. I basically have to just wait for him to tell me things in his own time and not make a big deal out of it. This drip feeding of information is a little frustrating, but also really exciting when he drops little nuggets of lore. I take it to mean he trusts me more, and that's a rush. Oi, keep up, will you? What are you, an old lady? Give me a break. My friend Saya has had more of a say in our workouts lately, and she's been pressuring me to work harder to not be a bad influence on the juniors and freshmen. My legs are dying here.
Sticky chicky? Who chick gonna be sticky after I'm done with her? Nashville.
Really? Bro, just stay in your lane, man.
Your chick gonna be sticky when I'm done with her.
Bro, stay in your lane and stick to what you do. You're in your car in the middle of the day with your hat on backwards, eating food on TikTok.